know how to be a parent.
So you do know where he is?
No, I know where he is. I know where he's at.
Tell me where he's at.
Has he run away before? Okay, have you checked the residence thoroughly?
These are moments when cops faced off with killer moms. Meet 37-year-old Sushi Staples, who on July the 25th of 2023 was visited by police after they received a tip that her 10-year-old son Zion might be dead. But upon making contact with Sushi, the mystery only deepened after she advised the officers she didn't have a son.
How can I help you?
Are you Miss Staples?
Yes, how can I help you?
So we got kind of a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia?
No.
No.
I don't know anybody out here.
Some lady called DCFS. And,
What?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves.
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me too. That's what.
I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her.
Okay.
I have went and put a restraining order on her.
What's her name?
Her name is Tony. This girl is never in it. She has so many different Facebook pages she stalks me from. She has made up different names, called me from different numbers. I have changed my number, tried to do everything I can.
Right.
Unfortunately, I can never seem to get them served because they're always bouncing around in the Chicago area.
Oh, okay. They're not even down here.
They're not even out here. And
Okay.
it's been a constant.
Have we been here before?
No, you've never come to my house for anything. I've been here for 7 years and never had a problem in Rock Island.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were.
I work at Genesis Hospital. I'm a patient care tech. I'm a student at Eastern Ariel Community College.
Okay.
I have a business in Davenport. This girl has made threats towards me on Facebook, posting her gun up, saying that she's gonna come to my addy. It's just never ending.
Right. So they made some allegation that you had a son and he shot himself.
Sir,
And he's in your
come on
basement.
now. You think, look where I live.
No, I get it. Just so I can check the box off, can I look in your basement real quick and I'll get out
No,
of here?
you need a search warrant to do that. I'm sorry, I'm not about to have my rights violated because someone makes Uranus allegations like this.
I know. Like I said, it sounded crazy to me too. I'm just up here seeing if, we have to investigate it, no matter how crazy it sounds.
If you want to do that, I would suggest you go through the proper protocols. I'm not about to let some crazy woman who now has my husband make Uranus accusations like this and have my rights violated.
No, I get it.
That is not okay. I have 4 girls in here.
That's what I'm just asking.
4 children.
I'm not trying to blame anything on you. I'm not saying this is true. I was just asking. Okay.
This is nuts.
That's all it is. Okay.
I have 4 children.
Her ex-husband's new girlfriend's been causing her issues. She thinks that's who it is.
Ongoing. She's been harassing my job, harassing my place of business, harassing my children. I'm sick of it.
Okay.
I've tried to get a restraining order against her, tried to get one against him. It's never ending. I cannot have any peace where I live.
And you guys only have girls?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 4. Do you want to see them?
No. They said it was a son. I was just curious if that's even true.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a never-ending story with these two.
I get it. Like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything, but we get a call, no matter how crazy it sounds, we still got to come up and see if there's any truth.
And this is crazy.
It is.
This is very crazy.
While her story seemed to be convincing on the outside, when the officers pried for details, she notably refused to give them anything that would help corroborate her story.
The psycho.
Okay.
She's harassed my job.
Do you know her phone number by chance?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know her phone number.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry to bother you. Okay. It's like I said, we get a call, we gotta show up.
They got to the point now where they don't have my phone number, so they emailing me. Okay. I have spam emails here from these people. I'm gonna go down here. The last one I got was. Let me see.
Does it have a name on it?
Yes, it has his name on it. I have to go here. This is the last one I have. And this gotten to the point where they're emailing me because they don't have a contact phone number on me.
Right.
This is how bad the harass has gotten. Okay. But until I can get Rock Island to Cook County to serve them and actually find the address on them,
right.
That's that's gonna be a problem. I don't even know what to say about that. It's never ending.
All right.
I have doorbell cams here.
I saw that.
Look. I'm here. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay.
While Sushi expected that to be the end of it, the officers were not going to go away without the answers they wanted, and she would figure out that very next morning when police showed back up with a search warrant.
She looked out the window. Hello,
Yes.
Sushi? Can you come out?
What's going on?
Well, just step on out. I'll explain everything.
Wait a minute, my kids in here.
Okay, I understand that, but we have a search warrant for the
We're asking
house.
you for your cooperation to be up front with us.
Hold on.
So step on out.
No, step
What
out.
side of the house do you all have a search warrant for?
The whole house.
The whole house.
You need to step out. Step out.
Okay, I'm gonna open
Well,
the door.
open the door.
We'll all walk in casually. We're not gonna tear up your house or anything, so.
Calm down, my kids are in here.
Okay.
Please.
How many?
4.
And where at in the house?
They're upstairs. I just made them go upstairs. Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer.
Insecurity.
Can I see the warrant before we walk any further?
Just-
I'm calm.
We have a valid search warrant, so
I understand, but you haven't let me see it, Chet, and you're walking through my house.
it's right here. You don't run how we out.
You don't. Yes. You're not going to be told.
Okay, okay.
So
Hold on.
I need your phone.
My phone. That's not my phone.
Well, my phone's taken.
Hold on to that. That's empty.
As officers secured the home, a detective sat down with Sushi to see if they could get to the bottom of what was going on.
Can I call my family to tell them to somebody to come?
You're not under arrest or anything like that, okay? That's why I'm sitting here talking to you, okay?
I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And so the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son named Zion.
No.
Are you claiming benefits for a kid named Zion?
No. I haven't gotten any benefits for anyone. I just recently went through a situation where a young lady stole my identity and she falsely filed my taxes and my informations and stuff like that.
Any interactions with DCFS up in Chicago?
I did.
Okay.
False calls that were made.
Okay.
Correct.
One of the calls from 2021, DCFS came out to your residence in Chicago and there was a Zion Staples there. Along with your 4 daughters and then another young boy.
We had kids in the neighborhood come over. Some of those kids that were implicated were not, in fact, our children. They were there.
So you're saying there was a kid in your apartment that was not your kid, named Zion?
I didn't say his name was
Staples.
Zion. No.
Well, somewhere here, we've got to clear this up with this Zion Staples.
Yes, and
Benefits, listen to it. Benefits being put in his name that you're receiving from.
I haven't received any benefits.
And then also involved in this.
I haven't received any benefits. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, it's
Someone
understated.
has stolen my identity. I have proof of that. If you go in my phone, you'll be able to see the messages between me and the FBI agent in Milwaukee. So
But this is separate from that with the DCFS call.
because somebody is obviously claiming benefits and getting getting food stamps or something.
But they're getting food stamps for your 4 daughters and Zion.
And I've been having a hard time with that because I can't get any because of that, and I've been working on it.
Okay, are we gonna find anything in your house that has Zion's name on it? Birth certificate, social security card, or anything like that?
Nope.
Despite the officers demonstrating evidence that she indeed had a son named Zion, Sushi continued to insist that she didn't, becoming increasingly agitated the more that they mentioned searching the home.
So somewhere here we need to get to the bottom of this Zion thing.
I can't
And
help
this is
it.
coming from other people. This is
I
getting
can't help
mentioned.
it when people call and make allegations against me. People do this every day out of spite. And I possibly had some visitors. It was probably the summertime.
So where would they get the
come
name
over.
Zion
Where would they come up with
Staples?
Zion Staples?
I don't
And
know.
be your
People
son.
make it up all the time. People make it up all the time.
But see, DCFS does not come into your home and say, okay, have the neighbors over and let's do all this personal stuff that affects you and your family in front of all these other people.
They did.
They do it with you.
They did.
And they do it with your family.
They did, though. They very much did that.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
If you are claiming people back and forth amongst family members to get bigger returns, our biggest concern is that we can have somebody with law enforcement say, this is Zion, this is what's going on, and he is fine. Because right now, we have a person that exists, but we can't lay eyes on him, and it's a child. Birth certificate?
What is that?
Birth certificate.
For Zion Staples.
Zion Staples.
That's not mine.
Sushi Staples, child. It's found in your room.
We
along
need
with
to
the Social
get
Security card.
this figured out. Stop this.
Lying.
It's over.
Where's that kid? You need to come clean because we're not going anywhere. This is just, you're just gonna dig yourself a bigger grave now. I asked you if there's anything with Zion's name in this house. You said no.
I needed some extra help, okay? I had a person that makes documents. And it was just really hard, like,
So is Zion a real person?
no. I can't call a lawyer and let them know you are here. I can't call a lawyer to come here to my house while I'm being questioned by you.
If you want an attorney right now, we can we'll just be done.
We'll be done.
All right.
But the investigation continues.
Okay.
Go and turn around for me.
Oh, no. I'm going to jail. What am I going to jail for? What have I
You just
done?
admitted to fraud.
So now you're going to railroad me on fraud?
Railroad you what? We're trying to figure out where your kid is.
My
You're saying that he doesn't exist.
My kid. Cuff is ready to walk out.
We'll cuff you in front, okay?
This is embarrassing. I can get in the car. Do you got to
We
take
have.
my dignity away and put me in cuffs in
We're
front of my neighbors?
not gonna put him behind you, okay?
Neighbors.
We're gonna walk you to the car real quick and then we'll get you out of here, okay?
While Sushi was transported to jail to be booked for fraud, detectives continued to search the property, and almost 2 hours after she was arrested, Zion was finally discovered in the garage, inside of a metal trash can. Sushi later confessed that Zion had passed away 7 months prior in December, and rather than report it, she hid him in her garage. She claimed that the victim accidentally shot himself, and while a medical examiner confirmed that he died from a gunshot wound, that death was ruled suspicious and not natural. But there was no proof that Sushi was involved in his passing, and as a result, she was charged with concealment of a death, obstruction, and failure to report the death of a child. She took a plea deal, and as a result, she was sentenced to only 2 years in prison. If you thought that she was despicable, the next mother was a much better liar than her, and she was smart enough to leave the crime scene before she was caught.
Okay, has he run away before? Okay, have you checked the residence thoroughly?
On June the 28th of 2024, officers received this call from 32-year-old LaShonda Wilder, reporting that her 8-year-old son Martonio was missing.
Please, can I get a school here? My 8-year-old son ran away last night.
Okay, ma'am, you said 1044 Olmsted?
Yes, please.
You said he ran away last night?
Yes, I got her. We just got her. But like 5 minutes ago, we came looking for him. He's not in my house. He's not in my house, please. He already did it before. Antonio.
Your phone, what does he look like? Is he white, black, Hispanic? What's he wearing?
He's black. He's black. I don't know what he's wearing. I think he's red and black. Nikes are missing. I don't know what he had on. Nobody said he leave. My other son, they got separate rooms, so they was in different rooms. Nobody said he leave. Please. Please. I don't know what time it is. We all went to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. My back door was wide open. Oh man.
An officer responded to the residence to make a report and was greeted by an inconsolable LaShonda and her girlfriend.
So what's going on? Okay, has he run away before? Okay, have you checked the residence thoroughly? It's going to be 8 years old, male black, dark skin male black with a fade, black hair, brown eyes. He's short, about 75 pounds break. He was last seen about 9:30, 10 o'clock last night when they went to bed. Mom got up about 11:48, noticed that the back door was open, and he's run away 3 times before. So if we can have units circulate some parks and areas around here to live down there. So we have, other than the park and then the neighbor's house, where does the neighbor live that he was found at? Okay, so there's no family or friends around. No other family or friends. What?
I haven't seen nobody else when I walked around the house.
All right.
A BOLO alert was issued for the child, but later that same afternoon, LaShonda did something unexpected. She, along with her girlfriend and remaining 3- and 9-year-old sons, fled the home, not notifying police of where they were going. Officers found this odd behavior to be probable cause for a search warrant, and that's when they found young Martonio's remains hidden inside the attic. Surprisingly, the very next day, both LaShonda and her girlfriend contacted police to inform them that they were with family members and wanted to turn themselves in. This next piece of body cam footage shows Jana's arrest.
Hi there. Got some guard dogs in there. Okay, come on up. You Miss Lowe? Okay. Put your hands behind your back, palms together like you're trained. I'm going to detain you in handcuffs, okay? You got shoes on, dear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Step over here with me.
All right.
And you go right over here. We're actually going to put you in here with these officers, okay?
Okay. Tell them I'm not no harm.
Yeah. She's being cooperative. You mind switching out cuffs with me? Yeah, I got you. Miss Lowe, just face this way.
I'm not no harm.
Copy. What's your clearance on E16?
As the officers were carrying out their duties, a few of the family members decided to pick a fight with them for no particular reason. This quickly escalated into a physical altercation, where a few family members were also placed under arrest.
But it is funny because you gotta put your hands on me, bro. Real, bro. Hey, bro, I'm gonna fuck you up, bro. What you talking about? Man, what's up, bro? What's up, bro?
They're not here for you. Not here for you.
Man, what's up, bro?
No one's here for you.
What's poppin'? What's up, bro?
I did. Yeah.
Cause I ain't gonna play with you, bro. You run up on me, I'm gonna knock one of your out, bro.
I'm Sergeant with Columbus Police. Hey, so here's what's going to happen, okay? We need Miss Lowe's cell phone. If somebody... Okay, so what's going to happen? Hey, guys, I'm still talking, okay? What's going to happen is I need everybody to leave the house because we're...
You have to immediately ask.
What are you talking about?
You go in the car. Anybody else want to know?
Sorry!
Get off my... Get the off!
No! He ain't do that!
Stop!
He ain't do that! I can't!
Roll over!
I can't! Ow! I can't!
Put your hands behind your back!
I can't! What I do?
You're under arrest.
I'm under arrest!
You don't grab an officer's taser. What's wrong with you? She got anything else on her? Get your hands. Quit reaching in your pants. Get your hands out of your pants.
I can't breathe!
Let's get her in your car. Let's go. Your feet, please.
I'm a in your car.
Ma'am, can you please spread your feet for me?
I got
We got to make sure. Can
well,
you
you're,
spread
I'm
your
a
feet
I got right now.
Can you check her, please?
I got freaking fantastic.
You don't have anything on you, correct, ma'am?
Nah, but I my pants up and he took my walk.
Yep, we can't let you reach in your stuff right now. Keep your feet spread for me, dear.
Bro, no, my arms, I can't.
Okay, hey, listen, you calm and cooperate and I'll fix your arms.
No, I can't. My
Here.
toes on big, bro.
Okay, here.
I can't.
You straighten your arms for a second. Let me fix these. You could be chill. We'll be chill with you. Yep, take a seat for me, dear.
Get in the car. No, can you move my face?
Take a seat. Here, stand up. You're an adult. Stand
Why
up.
would you push me?
Hey, take a seat.
Why would
Take a
you
seat.
push me?
Just take a seat.
Hold on.
Yep. Look, you're doing good. Good job. Go ahead and take that seat for me. We'll get everything done for you.
I never been in jail.
Everybody else? Yeah, I had a level 4.
LaShonda was also arrested and both women were transported to the Franklin County Jail. The following month, they were each indicted on murder, endangering children, abuse of a corpse, felonious assault, and tampering with evidence, and both are currently in jail awaiting trial. Thankfully, these next officers would find a pair of young children just before they also became victims of starvation.
CF has been to your house already twice. You haven't done anything to try to...
On May the 7th of 2024, officers arrived at a Dollar Tree where a man, accompanied by 2 children, was reportedly screaming that he was both Jesus and the devil. Officers detained the man, who was having a mental health episode and going to be Baker acted, and also contacted the mother of the children, 36-year-old Cassie Quick, who left work and arrived at the scene a short time later. But the officer had several serious concerns to address before returning the children to her.
Daycare isn't going to accept them, though. They're 7 and 10 years old. I don't know what to do. I have no option there. Okay. Because obviously they can't be left with Dad. My concerns for you are that you are leaving them with Dad, knowing that he's actively having episodes. So that on your... I don't have another option now. I understand, but that on your end is not the best interest of your children. I see where you're coming from, and it is a hard position to be in because you still got to work to provide for your kids, but Dad's also having manic episodes and can't manage them. So that's putting the kids in danger. With them never being in school, do you have any documentation that you have homeschooled them and they've taken any of the testing? They were on ABC Mouse for a while, and then Adventure Academy. We had canceled that subscription because they were just playing on games instead of doing the actual learning curves for it.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm sure if I figure out, I could probably find something like that, but we've just been doing it out of the book. So I have all of what the kids have written down in books and stuff.
Then you gotta come up with something. Are they gonna go to school? School's almost out. It ends on the 24th. What is your plan for summer?
You're asking me what my... I'm a day-by-day person. I don't
Okay. Well, unfortunately, kids can't really be day by day.
I know that, but that's why I leaned on him.
So now what?
Husband and wife, you know.
How far are you?
From here?
No, in the... On your term, your pregnancy.
I just entered my 16th week.
Third month?
I'm due in October.
October? So I guess y'all doesn't know yet what it is.
A boy?
A boy? Do you have a name?
No.
No?
No.
The officers not only learned that Cassie's children had not attended school, but the kids only knew their first names and didn't seem to know their birthdays or how old they even were. They were also covered in dirt, appeared extremely hungry, and didn't know when they last ate. Considering their condition, the officers decided to place Cassie under arrest.
They were scared when your husband was acting the way that he was acting. They are not scared right now. They're acting completely fine now. They actually tried to take food off the shelves and just leave the store because they said they were so hungry. We fed them twice already.
Cassie, who genuinely seemed to believe that she was trying her best as a parent, was subsequently transported to the Marion County Jail and charged with child neglect. Her children were placed in the care of Child and Family Services. If Cassie doesn't follow the officer's advice, the next time her husband has a mental episode, her kids might just end up like the victims in this next case, whose deranged mother attacked them with a knife.
The mother was drowning it in the bathtub when we found it.
On June the 24th of 2023, police received a call from a 15-year-old girl claiming that her mother was trying to kill her 2- and 4-year-old siblings. She advised that while she and an 8-year-old had made it to safety, the 2 youngest children were inside being attacked with a knife.
Back on the line, she's advising that her mother has just killed her sister. We're trying to get further. 6-2 speech. She's advising there's a knife involved. We're still trying to get further.
We're out. County unit in front of me is going to be the one on the right there with the door ajar. Making it through this channel. Sheriff's Department. Public safety. Got someone in here. You're moving there? Yep. That's a priority. Just checking. Buddha. No! What's going on? Stabbed it in the throat. Dispatch 2706. I got a child with a stab wound in the chest. I need medical priority 1.
The officers had entered the bathroom to find 35-year-old Jessica Edward Ricks attempting to drown her 2-year-old daughter in the bathtub. When the officer plucked the baby out of the water, he found that she'd also been stabbed in the neck. He immediately began performing infant CPR on the young girl, who wasn't responding.
Wake up, baby. Stand up. The mother was drowning it in the bathtub when we found it. Stand up.
80, 5418, start that way. Okay.
She's coming. Breathe. Keep breathing. She's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 15. Breathe for me, baby. Come on. You alright? There you go. That's my choice. 6. Baby's starting to cry.
Clear. Baby's starting to cry.
Come on, honey.
Come on, honey. Wake up, baby.
Minutes later, the victim was transported to the hospital, along with a 4-year-old victim who was found with lacerations from a knife. Both received life-saving treatment and spent days in the hospital recovering. Jessica, on the other hand, was booked into jail on 2 counts of assault with intent to commit murder, 2 counts of first-degree child abuse, 2 counts of second-degree child abuse. She pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, and following a mental evaluation, she was deemed fit to stand trial, and her trial was set for November of 2024. While Jessica might be able to blame her actions on mental deterioration, there's no excuse for the next mother who left her young child alone for half the day to get a makeover.
What's your name?
And we thought that
Do you know where you live?
Like a warrant. But my
On June the 27th of 2024, officers responded to an apartment complex on Northwest 104th Avenue where a 3-year-old boy was seen wandering around outside unsupervised. Neighbors exited their apartment and found the child asleep on the ground outside, at which point they got him food and water and called the police.
So we live in that apartment,
Okay.
the first one, and my 2 neighbors, they ring the north.
Let me get his phone before he locks it. You said you saw him right here?
Yeah, my neighbor saw him right there in the stairs.
Okay.
He was sleeping.
Sleeping?
Yes.
Alright. And what time was this? An hour ago? Hey, little buddy.
Yes.
What's your name? What's your name?
Yes, because we saw the ring camera.
What's your name?
And we saw that he was.
Do you know where you live?
Like a warrant. But my neighbor.
Chips. Oh, this one.
Sophia.
Do you know where you live? You know where Papi and Mommy are? Oh, you picked it up.
Él estaba dormido en el piso durante la
Take a seat here, okay? So you picked it up on the floor, no? So you said that came from the floor? See if the door's open, because that's the only way he came out. Hello. Policía, señora.
Policía. Una pregunta. ¿Usted sabe?
Hello. By any chance, are you missing a kid?
No.
No? Do you know any family that are like African American that live around here?
African American? No, I haven't seen them.
The officers eventually located the empty apartment that the child had come out of. The apartment was actually an Airbnb that was being rented out at the time by the victim's mother, 25-year-old Jessica Renteria, who was still nowhere to be found.
He was probably left alone in here.
With his mouth phone.
With his mouth phone, yeah. But you could tell he's girl, the lady that left the daughter to go out on vacation. Yes. ¿Qué te dijo?
Durant police, anyone home? Durant police, anyone home? The hallway to the right, and then a master bedroom straight across. And then there's a wall here and for the furniture. All along, there, and then just get that. Stay over here to the right. Stay right there, right? First to the right. Alright, you just stay right there. Wait for.
After confirming that the apartment was empty, police tracked Jessica's phone and found her in an unexpected place, a cosmetic surgery center. When officers arrived, she was actually in the final steps of a facial procedure, which had to be halted so police could speak with her.
Jessica. Last name? Okay. So basically, the only thing I'm gonna ask you right now is if you know where your son is. Yes? Where?
Either an Airbnb or he was supposed to be staying with my friend.
With your friend. Who's your friend that he's supposed to be staying with? Do you have any information on this person?
I have information on my phone.
On your phone. Okay. Do you know the last time that what time did you leave him with?
Because they told me he was on his way.
And who was the kid with?
I'm sorry?
Who was the baby with?
He was asleep.
With?
Asleep. He was just asleep. And my friend told me he was like a couple minutes away.
Okay, what time was this?
11. That was before surgery.
Following a brief conversation, Jessica's face was bandaged up and she was immediately transported to jail. Following her arrest, detectives reviewed the footage from the property's Ring camera, which showed her leaving the apartment at around 10 a.m. and then the child leaving at around 1:15 p.m. and wandering the halls before descending the steps. He wasn't discovered until 3 hours later, during which time any predator could have easily snatched him away. And needless to say, Jessica didn't actually ask anyone to watch her son, which was confirmed when police called the number she gave them. As a result, Jessica was charged with 1 count of child neglect and her trial is set for December of 2024. While neglect is one thing, personally causing your child harm is another matter entirely, and that's exactly what this predatory mom did.
You're under arrest for sexual battery of a minor.
On August the 22nd of 2023, a visibly distressed man went to the police station alleging that his live-in girlfriend, 19-year-old Ashley Cheatham, had engaged in inappropriate actions with his 3-year-old daughter. He reportedly gone through her phone while she was asleep and found explicit pictures and videos of her and his daughter, which he showed to the police as evidence.
Okay. You Ashley? What's your last name? Okay. We'll get things for you.
Where is he?
Ashley, do you have any man against stuff inside?
There's someone in the room.
There you go. Any room? Full now. Are there jeans or shorts or shorts? What color are they? So they were particular not to be through. So
I have no idea. I literally just woke up. I don't know.
you know, like, where is your place where you normally keep your shorts?
Yeah, there's some right there. There's pajama pants are fine.
Pajamas right there?
After placing her in handcuffs and making sure that she was decent, Ashley was informed why she was being placed under arrest, and though she didn't seem surprised, she did freak out when she realized how screwed that she was.
All right, Ashley. You're under arrest for sexual battery of a minor. Mm-hmm. And possession of child. And possession of child pornography.
Ashley was transported to the police station, where she later admitted that she intentionally took the explicit photos of her former stepdaughter, and to make matters worse, it would also be discovered that she was in the process of becoming a paraprofessional at a nearby elementary school. Following a brief investigation, she was charged with child exploitation, child SA, possession of child pornography, and unlawful access to a computer, along with possession of marijuana. It's fortunate that the victim's father caught wind of what was going on before Ashley could take things any further, but sadly the next young victim couldn't get any help before his mother did the unthinkable.
So I
Got some blood drops on your shoes.
On March the 27th of 2024, Maria Garcia went to her daughter, 27-year-old Janet Garcia's apartment to serve her court papers that granted her custody of Janet's 4-year-old son, Ariel. Maria had already had custody of Janet's 7-year-old son and was seeking custody of the younger child due to Janet's worsening alcohol and drug abuse. When Maria arrived at the apartment, she found that it was empty, but she did find traces of blood inside the home, which prompted her to call the police. An Amber Alert was sent out for Ariel and his mother, and several hours later, officers received a call from a rehab center 3 hours away, stating that Janet had just shown up there.
So I
Got some blood drops on.
Yeah. So my son fell this morning earlier.
Oh no.
Yeah, so, but I was able to take him to the doctors and everything was okay. I took him with another lady so she can watch him for me, because I wasn't staying at home. I had problems going on with my parents and they didn't let me in the house. So I was staying with another lady. She was super sweet. That's where my son fell. And then, but we left, so I was like, okay, you know. So I went to another lady's house and I told her if she could watch him for me. I wanted to come get, you know, I wanted to fully recover. I'm an alcoholic, so I was like, if you can watch him for me for 12 months, that'd be amazing, because I'm not talking to my mom, and she's the one that has like
just like a notarized paper saying that she has legal custody of them, but I have legal custody of them. She's not letting me see my older son, so I'm a little.
That would be really hard.
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset about that one. So I'm here now, and everything's okay.
We want to make sure that he's safe and know where he is. Who's the friend that you left it with?
I left him with another lady. I don't have her information.
Oh well, that's not gonna cut it. We got to figure out where he's at. Where can you like tell me the location where somebody could go and check on him and make sure he's okay?
In like SeaTac area.
Okay.
Seattle.
More specific?
I don't have it.
Who's the friend? How do you know the person that? How did you pick the person?
She's a longtime friend that I know.
Okay, what's her name?
Alika. That's all I know. Alika Bone.
Alika Bone. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you've known her or anything? Okay, but you've known her for a long time. So how did you reach out to her?
So I reached out to her because I needed help.
How did you reach out to her?
I found her number on my old Facebook, but I no longer have a Facebook anymore. So.
Okay.
So something you can sign back into?
No.
No? You just deleted it all?
I delete it all the time. So.
Yeah. You found it today on your old Facebook? Mm-hmm. And her name is
Alika Bone.
Alika Bone, like B-O-N-E? Mm-hmm. You understand we just need to make sure that he's okay, and then...
Yeah.
We can just do that, and then we can leave you be, you know?
Yeah.
What the officers were trying to get Janet to understand was that they weren't leaving without verifying that Ariel was okay, especially when there were visible blood droppings on her shirt and shoes. But Janet still seemed to think that nondescript answers would get her somewhere.
He find Alika?
I don't know.
Can you describe to me how you got there from Providence?
So I just drove from there to Seattle, and then that's it.
You drove from Providence to Seattle to Alika's house?
Yes.
Okay. Did you drive on the freeway or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long did it take you to get there?
Like 2 hours.
2 hours. And what car were you driving?
My car. So just like 1 hour or so.
And what kind of car do you have?
I have a Nissan.
Okay. Where's that car now?
I don't have it with me.
Okay.
So. Where's it at?
I left it at her house, and then I came over here on the bus.
So just to clarify, you go from Everett to the hospital in Everett, you get him checked out, you drive to your friend in SeaTac, you leave the car there, you leave him there, and you take a bus from SeaTac down here.
You have a longtime friend that you reach out to leave your son with, who you obviously care about very much.
I love him with all my heart.
Yes, and you're expressing how upset you are about what's going on between you and your mom and the custody of him and your older son. I think that's horrible. So I know that you're not going to go leave your son with somebody and you don't know where he is.
Yeah, no.
So you do know where he is?
No, I know where he is. I know where he's at.
Tell me where he's at.
I don't have the address for him.
Okay, how can we find the address for him?
I don't know.
Did you put it in your phone?
No.
To get there? Okay, Alika, you know where your son is because you're a mom who loves her son very much, and you didn't.
I'm not Alika. I'm Jeanette.
I'm sorry, Jeanette.
Yeah.
Alika, you took him somewhere, and you're gonna go back to him, and you know where he is. So tell me where he's at, so we can make sure that he's okay or what's going on.
So he's not. I mean, he's there. He's with her, but
tell
he's
me
not
how
with
to
me.
go check on him.
I can give you an address.
Okay, what's the address?
I don't know. You have to write it down.
Okay, I can do that.
When he fell, where'd he get hurt?
Just he on his head, but he fell on the ground and he hurt himself.
Heads are the worst.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find. I don't even.
How old's your son?
He is 5. So I don't know if this is the right one. And Seattle, Washington. So 57. 01.
Yep.
232nd Avenue, Seattle, Washington.
Where did you get that address from? Just now?
From the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where you remember leaving him.
So yeah. So and if you guys can't find him or whatever, this is where I'm going to be for the next 12 months. But I mean, he's there.
How did you guys discuss that you're obviously gonna communicate with him still? You want to check on him,
right?
And all that. How are you guys gonna communicate?
Well, I'm not gonna have my phone. I'm not gonna use my phone because
Okay.
I'm gonna be here for the next 12 months.
Okay.
So if anything, I don't know what else.
Okay.
That's it.
You didn't discuss that with Alika before you left?
Yes, I discussed it with her. I'm gonna be here for 12 months, and then, but before that, like I don't speak to my parents or anything like that because we got into an altercation. So, but this is where I'm gonna be.
The officers then began prying into Janet's claims that Ariel had hit his head earlier in the morning.
He jumped from the bed that we were sleeping on to the ground, and then he just got blood on his head, and so I had him taken to the doctor, and so he's doing good.
Okay. Okay. What did he hit it on?
Just on the ground.
Okay. How did it start bleeding?
It's just started bleeding.
Can you show me like what side of his head? Do you remember what side of his head it was?
I don't remember exactly what side of the head it was, but it's starting to rain a little bit.
Okay, so you don't. What time did it occur today?
Just like early, like at 10, 11.
10 or 11. Okay. Do you know what time it is now?
It's already 6:30, or about to be 7.
So how long were you guys at the hospital?
We were only there for a little bit. I don't even think he got checked. We got there and. But I didn't wait enough for him to get checked out, so.
Tell him you were leaving, or did you did? Okay, you just said he's not going to be seen and left?
Yeah.
Okay, and how is he acting?
He's okay.
Yeah.
What happened to him when he fell?
Nothing, he just cried.
Just cried?
Remember when you walked in, like, can you describe to me when you walked in what it looked like?
Just the hospital. Just the hospital.
Okay, but can you describe, like, when you walk in the door, where was the check-in?
In the front, like I walked in, as soon as I walked in, the front desk was checked in right there, and I said my son had to be seen for something, and then his name and everything.
Okay.
And that's
You're going like this, so you wrote it down, or was that like a check-in thing? Or?
There was a check, all right, but I think they checked me in. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't write anything on there? Okay. Have you been there before?
No.
No, that was your first time?
That was my first time.
Are there a lot of people in there? Yeah. That's why you didn't want to wait, because it was too long. Do you think he needed stitches or anything?
No, he's fine.
Okay, you didn't remember where his injury was? Is it front, side, back? Do you remember?
It's the side. It was the side.
Definitely one of the sides that you recall?
The front, yeah.
Okay, front. You're kind of pointing above the eyebrow.
Janet was sitting in the patrol car to shield her from the rain while the officers continued to question her, but out of nowhere, she posed a very suspicious question of her own.
So, if you guys don't, locate my son, what's gonna happen?
That's what we're working on at the moment.
Why do you think they won't be able to locate him? I mean, you got the address to where he'd be.
Because, I don't know, I'm just saying, if you guys are not able to find him, what can happen?
What it's looking like right now is that we're gonna need to stay with you until we find him. Because it sounds like you said you know where he is, you know where you left him.
Right.
So it shouldn't be an issue, right? Should be able to locate him. Okay, so that's what we just need to stay with you until we locate him. Because it's raining and it's cold and I'm shivering, and we're gonna be with you, I think, for a little bit. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
We're gonna be with you for a little bit. Would you mind? We have a precinct right up the road. It's comfortable and dry that we can all sit in so we can chat. So we're all out of the rain. Would that be okay?
Where is it?
It's just right down by the fairgrounds.
Yeah,
okay.
Just on 179.
Yeah.
And then we can give you a ride back and all of that if that's okay.
Can I get a coffee from here before we go?
We got coffee there.
We have coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we got coffee.
We can give you coffee.
Can you grab that seatbelt around your backside?
And then the only other thing too, when he travels, I just got to put your purse on the front seat right there. Yeah. He's not going to get into it, but we don't like bags where we can't see them and stuff.
No worries.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Rolls that make us go by.
Okay. Then that way we can all be dry and comfortable and sit, and you can get some coffee.
You're welcome.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Janet was transported to the police station and enjoyed a cup of coffee while police contacted the phone number she'd given them. The person who answered claimed to be an old friend of Janet's, but said that Ariel hadn't been there at all. At that point, Janet was placed under arrest and escorted to jail. And 2 days later, on March the 29th, Ariel's remains were discovered on the side of Interstate 5, wrapped in a Christmas blanket. He'd evidently been stabbed to death, and an autopsy report showed a total of 41 stab wounds. Following Ariel's discovery, Janet was charged with first-degree murder, domestic violence with a deadly weapon, and aggravated domestic violence with the circumstances of a vulnerable victim. She pleaded not guilty and is awaiting trial in jail on a $3 million bond. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one, and don't forget to subscribe.